Hey, it's Rachel Cooke, your modern mentor. I'm the founder of Lead Above Noise, where we help leaders understand how to enhance their team's performance and enhance their employee engagement with a single set of solutions. No burnout required. Through boot camps, keynotes, and pulse checks, activating teams is our passion. And if yours could use a boost, send me a note at rachel@leadabovenoise.com. So, speaking of needing a boost, that was me through 4 years of high school math. Lucky for me, my dad was and still is a math teacher, and possibly the only reason I managed to graduate. Anyway, fast forward to today, he's now helping my kids with their math, which he loves because grandkids, but he hates because, as he loves to tell me, kids today just aren't being taught mathematics anymore. What he means is the focus is no longer on calculating the numbers. There are apps for that. The focus is on the problem solving. To my dad, this feels sad, like something's been lost. To me, it feels like progress. Why should we have to learn to calculate numbers when there's so much more we need to be learning? My point is this. The world is changing and evolving at warp speed. And in order to keep up, we need to always be building and cultivating key skills. But like with math, the skills we need in the workplace today might look different than the ones we needed most a few years ago. And we've got to prioritize. So today, let's talk about some of the most critical skills I'm coaching my clients to focus on building in order to stay relevant and be successful in the current iteration of the workplace. Skill number 1 is co-creation, harnessing the power of collective intelligence. So there used to be a time when the expectation was that the leader and the experts had all the answers. But today's winning leaders recognize that no one person can possibly have all the best ideas. The world is too complex. It's moving too quickly. So whether we're designing products, refining processes, crafting messages to clients, we can't afford to rely solely on our own perspective or intelligence. The best solutions are coming from real co-creation. What does this mean in practice? It's making space for the voices of others. It means pulling in perspectives from different levels, departments, backgrounds, and areas of expertise. It means being open to ideas that challenge your own and genuinely listening to the contribution of those around you, not just showing them a finished product and asking, too late, for their inputs or ideas. If you're looking to strengthen your co-creation muscles, start by inviting input intentionally. Instead of just running an idea past your usual go-to colleagues, ask someone from a different team. Build in moments during meetings where everyone has a chance to weigh in. And most importantly, when people do contribute, acknowledge their ideas. Show them how you're integrating them. The more you engage others, the stronger your outcomes will be. Skill number 2, building trust, which is currently the ultimate workplace currency. Trust has always been important, but in a world where so much of our work is happening virtually, asynchronously, and shifting across teams, it's more important than ever. And also, trust is waning in the workplace these days. We all need to be making conscious efforts to proactively build it around us. This doesn't mean knowing or doing everything, but rather being honest about what you know and what you don't know. It's delivering on your promises or acknowledging as early as possible when you can't or won't deliver. Trust is about reliability. It's about showing up, following through, and keeping others informed if something shifts. One of the fastest ways to build trust, it's just being consistent. If you commit to a deadline, meet it. If you make a promise, deliver on it. And if something unexpected comes up, don't go radio silent. Just let people know what's happening. Let people in to help you. Trust isn't about never making mistakes. It's about being transparent and accountable when they happen. Skill number 3 is asking for help. I know I bang this drum a lot, so sorry, not sorry. But asking for help and being able to graciously receive it, it is a sign of strength and wisdom, not of weakness. And we have to make space for that. Because in this day and age, it's those who can harness and cultivate the talent around them who will win against those of us trying to compete on sheer will and overwork alone. Knowing whose skills and strengths to leverage, and when and how, and not feeling like less because you couldn't do it alone, absolutely that is a leader, or a leader in the making. If you're someone who's been conditioned to think that asking for help is a sign of weakness, it's time to shift. Because in reality, the most effective leaders are the ones who aren't trying to do it alone. It's time to reframe the ask. Instead of seeing it as an admission of failure or weakness, recognize it as a commitment to the best possible outcome. If you need clarification, ask for it. If you're struggling with bandwidth, delegate or ask for assistance. Do you know someone who has expertise you don't? Pull them in. And if you're leading a team, be a role model. Normalize asking for input and guidance and collaboration. The more we embrace this as a strength, the better our work and our well-being will be. Skill number 5, ruthless prioritization, protecting your time and energy. Our time and our energy are finite, and yet the demands on both keep growing. The people who are thriving at work today aren't the ones who say yes to everything, but they're the ones who make deliberate strategic choices about where they invest their time and their focus. This means being really clear on your priorities and protecting them. It's about having the courage to push back when your plate is full. It means asking, hey, if I take this on, what comes off my plate? And when necessary, it means seeking alignment. It may mean telling your leader, I've got X, Y, and Z on my plate, so if this new thing is critical, can we discuss what I should deprioritize? Or what the impact on the timeline might be if I don't push something off or get additional resources. Prioritization isn't about slacking off. It's about ensuring the work you're doing is the work that matters most. And the more you practice this, the more valuable and sustainable your contributions will be. And skill number 5, building human connection. In a time where DEI programs are under scrutiny and investment in these programs is kind of waning, the responsibility to foster inclusive, meaningful relationships falls on each of us as individuals. Being a true connector, someone who actively has conversations and builds relationships with wide ranges of people, is a fast path to success. So what does this look like? Well, it looks like making an effort to engage with colleagues outside your usual circle. It looks like being curious about the experiences and viewpoints of people different from you. It looks like seeking diverse perspectives, not because a policy mandates it, but because it leads to richer ideas, stronger collaboration, and better outcomes. Building human connection in the workplace, it's not about compliance. It's about curiosity and respect and a willingness to learn and grow together. And in today's world, this is a skill that will serve you in every role, industry, and career stage. So there you have it. These are the 5 skills that I think will help set you up for success in today's workplace. These are not soft skills. They are survival skills in an environment that demands adaptability, collaboration, and resilience. If your team or organization is looking for support in cultivating these skills, whether through a workshop, a keynote, or a pulse check, reach out to me. You can find me at leadabovenoise.com. And if you're enjoying the show, don't forget to follow Modern Mentor on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Thanks so much for listening and have a successful week. Modern Mentor is a quick and dirty tips podcast. It's audio engineered by Dan Farabend. Our director of podcasts is Brandon Getchis. Our podcast and advertising operations specialist is Morgan Christensen. Our digital operations specialist is Holly Hutchings. Our marketing and publicity associate is Davina Tomlin. And our marketing contractor is Nathaniel Hoops.